Good morning, listeners, and welcome back to the Internet Marketing and Business Solutions radio show with Ronald Couming from RCS Technology Solutions, where we help business owners and entrepreneurs achieve even greater success using various Internet marketing methods and techniques. The purpose of this radio show, the first two sections, I bring on subject matter experts from around the globe, locally if it's appropriate, to give some tips, some actionable tips to help you increase your success, both in business and in personal life. We all know that being a business owner, you can get stressed out pretty quick with all the demands, especially if you're a one or a two-man or woman shop. Our first guest today is Dragana, who helps people attain inner peace and clarity and bring them to a grounded place where they are able to operate from a peaceful core and show up as their authentic self. And when they are operating from this place as a business owner or entrepreneur, you are able to see things clearly because you are operating from a peaceful core, and this improves your results in both your professional and personal life. Especially as a business owner and entrepreneur, you are consistently on a roller coaster ride, so learning to deal with these emotions and thoughts and keep them in check is crucial to your success. Please help me welcome Dragana Ognenovska. Dragana, how are you today?
Good morning, good afternoon, Ronald. It's a pleasure being here, and thank you for the warm welcome.
Oh, thank you so much for coming on. You're calling in from California.
I'm calling in from West Hollywood, so yes, beautiful morning out here.
Yeah,
How is it over there?
Well, when I went to the gym this morning, it was 8 degrees, and when I rode in here to the radio station, it was 16 degrees. So we have a virtual heat wave. We might actually hit 20 by noon.
Yeah, I can't relate to that.
Thank you for laughing at us. Well, this is why I'm going to St. Croix February 1st for 2 months. I'm all done with these New England weathers. But more importantly, tell us about yourself. Tell us about divine meditation and the benefits and value that these offer business owners and entrepreneurs.
Definitely. So you nailed it in the intro. So what I do is what we do with divine meditation is we help people achieve inner peace. And once they have inner peace, they're able to operate from a peaceful core. And through this, we get clarity. And through this, we're able to operate as our authentic selves and show up as who we truly are. So until there's so much chaos in our life, and especially as entrepreneurs, small business owners, we're dealing with a variety of things on a daily basis, and we're wearing many hats. So being able to operate from that place where you're completely grounded, and regardless of what comes up your way, you're able to deal with things once you're in this place a little bit better than when things are chaos, so that if you have setbacks, hardships, you're able to see the opportunities and those versus just the challenges that are coming up.
Yeah, and that's very important. Oh, go ahead.
So, sorry, that's what we do. We're really passionate about bringing people to that place.
And I got to tell you, as a business owner, I do have 7 people that work with me, but I can't tell you, sometimes I get bogged down myself, especially, when you just, you get all the emails. Every day you wake up, there's dozens of emails, and then you have to manage the people who work with you and for you and all their personalities, and it can be overwhelming. So learning these techniques and methods that you teach, it would be priceless. What are some of the ways that people can learn these or at least start to understand that they even exist and see the value in them?
Yeah, so that's a great question. And a few things we can do is there are different tools we use, from meditation to journaling to affirmations and different meditation techniques, especially to bring that person to that peaceful place. And as well, what we do best is we hold individuals accountable. So it's really about understanding where you have been in the past, where you are now, and where you want to go. And so when you're able to see those 3 dimensions clearly, you're able to show up in life in a different light. And where we come in is we're able to really put these into perspective, these three places of where people were, where they are currently, and where they want to be, and hold them accountable to get there and use certain methods. And everybody is different, but gratitude practice and appreciation practice to get them to that place.
Nice. Now, as you said, you're in West California. Do you have any type of online courses or stuff like that? Because people might not, even though the weather is so enticing, they may have obligations that prevent them from flying out there?
Yes, so we do two things. We have an 8-week meditation and mindfulness course where we take you through, so learning what meditation is, the different types of meditations, how it affects the brain, so the neuroscience behind it, and diving into the practice. So that's 8 weeks long. And then we also have where we work one-on-one with individuals, which is the Inner Peace, Clarity, and Power program. And we do that online as well. So you don't have to fly out here. We work with a lot of clients in the East Coast, especially, and we're able to serve them in that manner where we get on a Zoom call or a Skype call, and it's a very neat experience where we're able to go through all those and serve them in that manner for them to attain their inner peace, clarity, and come from a place of power, show up in their authentic self.
That's excellent. And it's just another example of how technology has been integrated with our life. And it just makes things so much easier. So somebody could avail themselves of your services and the benefits and value of those services just being in the comfort of their own home. Or I'm assuming that if somebody had a business office or multiple employees or a group that, especially if you're using Zoom, because even the free accounts, 50 people. So you could actually do some type of a group coaching with people if that was something that they were looking for?
Correct, and we do that as well where we do group coaching. So we're pretty flexible because everybody has a different need. And so what we do best is we get in there and understand what the needs are and then create an action plan. And everybody is so different that that's why we love having the online program. It's the 8-week meditation and mindfulness where you learn a lot about it. But in order to really dive deep and to understand where you want to go from where you currently are, we're flexible in terms of how we approach the one-on-one or the group coaching programs.
Excellent, excellent. And you recently went through some changes where your studio got changed, and now you're pretty much either looking for another place or you're going to be going mostly online and doing seminars too. Am I correct?
You're absolutely right. So 2016, definitely, as you said, we were opening up a meditation studio in West Hollywood, and major setbacks, challenges with our neighboring tenant, landlord, that turned into a 4-month opportunity, I would call it. And we settled out of there and left the premises. At the current moment, I'm not something in the universe when one door closes, another opens. The moment that closed, the online and programs as well as the one-on-one work picks up tremendously. So at this point, we're really focusing on that and putting a hold on the meditation studio. That doesn't mean that it won't happen. However, not at this time because there's so much demand and we're touching so many lives. And at the end of the day, our vision and our mission is to improve people's lives, to transform people. So the way we go about it doesn't really matter. We're not married to that. We're just married at the end goal. So we're pretty open and flexible in how we go about it.
And Dragana, if you remember two things,
yes.
We've talked many times and met at different seminars and events. One, I have to tell you, you have the coolest name of anybody I've met so far in my young life.
Thank you.
Dragana. And that's your first name, Dragana.
I love the way you say it.
Excellent. And the other thing is, also when we spoke, I don't know, it was a month or two ago, when we first started speaking about this particular event with respect to your studio, I think it's a blessing. Being, as you put, married or tied down to a physical location, there's so much oversight and so much administrative stuff that needs to be incorporated in that it kind of like takes away from delivering the products and services, or it just adds to stuff and it just takes away time from that. Doing the seminars and going to events and putting on events and doing online just frees you up. I'm telling you, in time, I really think that the events that happened with respect to your studio have been an absolute blessing. It's, stressful to work through it, and I know you're dealing with all the custom-made stuff you bought, but I think short term, by June and July and August, you're going to be excelling, and they did you a favor.
I love that you brought that up. The first moment I met you, and I thought it was wonderful, and you're absolutely right. And with that, I want to add to this as an entrepreneur. You're constantly developing stuff, going through setbacks, and it's really about seeing the opportunity in those challenges. And for me, what made the difference is the day I settled. It was on October 24th. And I said to myself, okay, you have two ways to take this. One is it's going to break you, or you're going to find the courage. You can be a victim today, you can be sad today, but tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to make the best out of the situation, because there's an opportunity in this. And I'm very grateful I was able to see it in the light of seeing it as an opportunity versus a failure. And because of that, I think I've come to where I am, and the business has developed quickly in the manner it has due to that. So with that, I think you're absolutely right. And I love how when I told you my story, your eyes lit up and you're like, that is amazing. So I completely agree with you, and I'm really grateful for you bringing that up every time we chat. It's a great reminder for me, so thank you for that.
I appreciate that. And one of the things I find when I talk to business owners and entrepreneurs is sometimes, they're in it mentally and emotionally and sometimes physically, and they just can't see. Breaking free of certain chains and things that limit you, is a blessing. At their time, it's not a blessing. But look what's happening with Macy's and several others, and Sears. They're all closing down because they're modifying. Macy's in this area just laid off 10,000 people. So because everything's going online. I mean, you have to be up with the times, or you're going to be left behind, whether you like it or not. That's why my line of work, online marketing, digital marketing, I'm in. We've been doing this for over a decade, and the true opportunities with respect to online marketing and courses and programs much like yours, it's only begun. We're in the beginning stages. The paradigm shift started a couple of years ago, but if you look at disruptive technology like Uber and Airbnb and these other places, I just booked, as I told you earlier, 2 months in St. Croix, and I used Airbnb, and it cost me $1,700, and I got a 1-bedroom condo. If I went to a hotel, I wouldn't even have got a week. Hotels are pretty much, give 10 years from now, they're going to be a thing of the past as well, or it's just going to be a few of them, and they're all going to consolidate. So I really think going online and setting up seminars, and maybe in different cities with appropriate lead-ins and lead-ups, and is going to be you're going to do so much better because you're free.
I love that. I agree with everything you said. And to add to that, I think as entrepreneurs, we're sometimes tied to, like, let's say the meditation studio, and we forget about the bigger mission or the goal. And I did that for a minute. And then the vehicle, the way you get there, doesn't really matter. It's about the journey and what your vision and your mission is. And mine is to improve the lives of so many people that once I drop that, the world opens the opportunity that's the right fit for you. And it opens the opportunity where you are able to show up as your authentic self. So you're absolutely right. All the administrative work I was doing, I was working 7 days a week, 15 hours a day, losing the creativity. Now I don't do that. I have someone that does that for me. That's minimal, and then all I do is focus on the vision, on the mission. Yep. So you're absolutely right.
I love
So
it.
I love how you always point that out, and I think that's why you've been able to achieve all the success you have, because you're able to see those patterns that are happening versus stay married to just a certain situation.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, and that's one of the quotes that I really like, and I'm not going to quote it 100% right. I know that, but it basically says, focus on your goals and stay true to your goals, but not the method. So if your goals are to achieve this, that, and the other thing, and you in the beginning you've set a course that, okay, I'm going to do this and this and this to get there, and then as you start to go down that path, you realize that there's a better way or a different way. You know what I mean? Your goal is the same, your objective, where you want to get is the same, but how you get there, so stay flexible on how you get there. So I really think it's a blessing what happened to you. Now, we got about 5 minutes, probably closer to 3 minutes before we have to stop. Can you give the listeners first your contact info, and I'll get it again at the end, but also like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 tips on something they can do now to actually start to bring some peace, and obviously how they can contact you.
Definitely. So my contact info is www.divinemeditation.com. So that's DIVINE meditation, MEDITATION.com. The 8-week program is on there. However, the one-on-one course I do, there's an application that needs to be filled out, and that's divinemeditation.com/apply. On my Facebook page, that's actually where I post a lot of free content, and you can get on my newsletter as well. And that's Dragana, Dragana, Ognenovska, Ognenovska. So I look forward to seeing you there and connecting with you and getting to know you. And a few tips. So one thing I always absolutely love to start off with is a gratitude practice. That's really, that takes no time to do. You can just say 3 to 5 things a day that you're grateful for. And the more gratitude you have in life, the more abundance you're able to attract. There's something in the universe when we're grateful, we are able to come out with an open heart and just attract a little more abundance in every aspect of our life. So sometimes it's difficult for people that have never had that practice. And initially for me, when I started years ago, it took me a while to get there. But now I don't just have my gratitude practice in the morning. Throughout the day, if I'm grateful for something, it comes up. So that's key. Another thing is when a short meditation practice, and it can be a 2-3 minute meditation practice where you sit, you find a quiet place, you close your eyes, and you focus on the inhale and exhale of your breath. And you can inhale to the count of 4, hold your breath to the count of 4, exhale to the count of 4. Do that several times, and you can just focus on the breath, or at the same time after you're focusing on the breath, you can also bring an intention of something you want to, an intention you want to set for the day, for the week, for the month, whatever it is. And I'm a big fan of intention setting. But first, bring yourself to a calm state so that you're able to see it clearly.
I love it.
So those are 2 things.
Go ahead. I was just saying I love it. I mean, and what I really like about it is not just the power and the impact of how these will change you, but the simple simplicity, how it's just so easy. Just get started, and it will grow, and you'll get better in time. But so to me, it's tremendous. Dragana, can you give us your information one more time?
Sure. So it's on Facebook. Connect with me on Facebook under Dragana, Dragana, Ognenovska, Ognenovska. Instagram, you can actually follow Divine Meditation, and I put a lot of inspirational quotes on there. And my website is divinemeditation.com. And if you want to look into the one-on-one transformational coaching, it's divinemeditation.com /apply.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Dragana. And I want to let the listeners know that this episode, as all episodes, will be archived both on my website, rcstechnologysolutions.com, and also the WCAP 980 AM's website. So if you weren't able to write down Dragana's information or you want to listen to this episode a second time, that's where you'll go. Thank you very much. And you've been listening to the Internet Marketing Business Solutions radio show with Ronald Couming from RCS Technology Solutions, where we help business owners and entrepreneurs achieve even greater success using internet marketing and digital techniques.